So here we go. Hand number 6 already. This is, I think, my last hand here. And what do we got here? So north. 7 plus 1 distribution and 5 and yeah, 1 point sure for the Jack 10 9, I guess. So 8 13 14-ish. So 5 4 3 1, and we like that we can bid our suit with extra length. 1 diamond to the east. So I guess let's say there was a pass hand here. Once again, we're going to ask people what their thoughts are. So it's 1 diamond. And Howard, what's your call this time?
My call with the east hand is 2 clubs.
2 clubs. Very, very straightforward there. 2 clubs. So, yeah, you like that you have an outside ace. That's a big card. The quackers and the pointed suits, who knows? To the south hand. South hand, we've got 5 and 3 is 8. And yeah, we have 4 4 in both majors. Woohoo! That's perfect. We sometimes have 4 3, and we got to say, well, are the honors pretty good in the other suit? But here, man, we were lucky. We actually had both of them. I should have made one where it was a little bit tougher. So it was pass and 1 diamond, 2 clubs. That bid that makes it very awkward. But yeah, when you've got 4, it's pretty easy just to make your negative double. If you had 4 3, let's say you had 1 less spade. Get rid of that and make it a 4th diamond. There's a 3 of diamonds there. Now it's like, well, the honors are pretty good in spades. King 10 9. Yeah, I still got to make the negative double, so sometimes they are not perfect. Whereas if you'll recall, when it happened to be 1 club, 1 diamond, and you double, you absolutely guarantee 4 4. And if you have 4 3, just bid that suit that you've got 4 in. Bid 1 heart, or bid 1 spade, or bid 1 no trump, whatever you do. But yeah, here it's a perfect time. So that's one you don't see every day, but just kind of be aware is it's fine if you had a 4 3 versus a 4 4. We were just lucky here. So, okay, our partner is like, great, you've got a 4 card and maybe a 3 card, but you don't have 2 3 cards, so I'm going to do the one with 4. And if we only had 3, we're still going to display in that, so that is 2 spades.
Do we want to be able to see it?
Yeah, I think I am going to show it. Thank you, Grace. I'm going to go north-south, in fact, north to south. Where's north-south? Come on, there it is, north-south. Okay, so... yeah, I think that 2 spades, but man, who wants to bid 3 spades?
I keep waiting for Bernice to pop in there saying 4 no trump.
Slam, baby, slam. So, yeah, let's see. A double after 2 clubs. You give that singleton club in your lefty east suit any extra values?
Bernice says 6 no trump.
Well,
I
hopefully we're in.
that.
Well, hopefully we're in spades here. Hopefully that's not the suit we're in. But yeah, Howard, how do you feel about North's bid? Do you want to do 2 spades or 3 spades?
Well, I see no reason to jump because you've got, 4, 7, 11, you've got 13 points, so you don't really have a extra. Yeah, of course the singleton is certainly worth something. But since you don't have extra values, and especially because your agreement allows for South to have only 3 cards in the suit, for both of those reasons, I would not jump.
2 spades it is. Okay, Howard, I like your thinking there. Okay, so back over to east. Heard 2 spades, and no, they're not going to do 3 spades with this. The spades aren't looking that great when they seem to have a fit, and you know, your partner doesn't have many values. They didn't make some kind of a bid in the advanced or responsive position. So south. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you want to invite? Or do you just play it there? Man. You got a doubleton in clubs. Yeah, man. Huh. What do you think, Howard?
I would pass, and I'm going to play the 2 level if the opponents allow it.
Okay, so 2 spades it is. And let's take a look here. And Grace, yes.
Patty says south is not necessarily strong, and John adds too many losers pass.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you all. Very good input. So we're going to take a look at the lead of the Ace of Hearts, and we're going to go and take a look with Southeast. First of all, this is what everybody sees. You can't lead away from that Ace Queen of clubs. You want to try to...
Where did the 4th spade come from? I thought South had only 3 spades.
No. I said it was 4-4 in the majors. I have not changed anything. Last hand, yeah. This is all the same. But at any rate, so the lead was Ace of Hearts, and it's encouraging with the 5. No, it does not look very encouraging to me. See a 4 in the dummy, and a 3 has been played 3 and 4, so that is definitely not encouraging. So, you want to continue anyway, or something else, or what do you think you would do in this one, Howard? Good, you're agonizing.
Well, East doesn't have a real good play, does he? Or she?
Right, I don't know she does. Yeah, but it doesn't. Apparently, doesn't like hearts. That's all they're saying. And I guess that
I guess I would, having led the ace, I would probably play the 2, because if I play anything else, I might give away something. The club or a diamond, there's no strength in dummy, and so the rule lead through strength would discourage me from leading a minor. But if I lead a spade, I could give away a trick. If I'm under leading my queen, maybe the 10 will win the trick. So to try to avoid giving away anything more, I would just play the 2 and let them win it with the king.
Okay.
That's why I talk so much, because I find defense to be so difficult.
It is. No, it shows that there is a lot of trade-offs.
Think about, what should I lead now? Well, I have some choices. Which is going to cost me the most?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So they're going to go with a 2, and okay, it's the king, queen in the south, okay, and they win it, and so, all right, so we're going to kind of switch gears here, and we're going to take a look from north-south perspective, and so you're in with the south hand with your queen of hearts, and you saw an ace and a little heart, and that was I guess a 7-card suit for us, 3 and 4 and 3. So what's your play here?
And then I could play over to the king of spades and then pitch the club on the king of hearts.
Possibly. Now remember, you had a 7-card suit. You were 4 and 3 in hearts, 4 in the dummy, and 3, and they've played 2. So it's starting to, unless they're 3-3, you're kind of saying, do I want a trump to be played? And they're mostly, remember, half the time they're going to be 4-2.
I play over to the jack of hearts. Well, I'm going to lose the 6 of clubs anyway. If I give up the lead, they're going to cash a club, I would figure. So
right.
That's pretty much dead wood. So if they trump my king of hearts, fine. So play over to the jack of hearts. Play 1 trump. Let's say I play a low trump to the king.
Well, let's one card at a time, please. Hold on, Grace. Yeah,
sorry.
No, it's okay. But you're
Getting
fine.
ahead of ourselves.
Go ahead.
John adds, needs to reduce trump and defenders, so play 2 rounds of trump and finesse on the 2nd round.
But John, who are you going to finesse? You're the person who has 5 clubs in their hand, or the person who made a overcall at the 2 level, who has the queen, east or west? And I guess we're going to just for now, you think about that. We're going to go with Howard's line of play here and see how that turns out. And so, okay, a jack, and they play a trump. So yeah, indeed, it was a high-low. Also, like it wasn't like when you see king queen in the dummy and they play an ace, it's like we should all be expecting that's probably going to be a high-low. Okay, so you drew one round to trump there. So now you get to look at the dummy some more and agonize over your next trick. You remember you played the ace of hearts, they signal low, you say, damn it, I'm playing another heart anyway. And so now you were able to ruff.
Well, from East Hand, I was trying to figure out how to avoid giving up something.
Right. But here we are.
I mean, here I honestly don't know what to lead from the East Hand because I probably don't want to give away that I have the Queen of Trump because, well, I don't know that North has the Ace Jack and is thinking about a double finesse. I don't know. I have to ask what some other people think. What to lead from the East.
Yeah.
Hand.
Anybody else have a thought? How about
I have
others
no
weigh
clue.
in?
That's why defense is so hard.
Yeah. Anybody else have a thought? It's like Howard said it earlier. I wanted to go with the finessing to the jack. I'm going to keep my king. The king's going to be above the whatever's in the other hand. And so what would you lead from here? You know, it's like, remember the opening bid was one diamond also. Go ahead, Grace.
John says, if you don't take ace of clubs now, may never get it.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to the time where, you know, does my partner have some values? And when you ask that, you think, well, they didn't seem to be going to game. And looking at the south hand, it wasn't that big. And where else is my partner's point going to be? It could be a king of diamonds, I guess, or it could be a king of clubs. But, you know, they on that first heart, on that opening lead, the signal, they signaled low. If I was the West hand as your partner, if I was Howard's partner, I want to do whatever I can to make life simple for Howard and not difficult. So even if I have no other values, I'm going to say just go ahead and continue the suit, you know. But if I have some values that might be helpful somewhere else, I'm going to play low. That would be just the way I would do it. Because if my partner's got all the points anyway, they'll know what to expect from me. That's my little secret with Howard, and that the declarer doesn't know that. So I think by playing the low initially, is it wanted to switch. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is play the ace of clubs and just say, man, we tried as much as we could, and then come with another club, and partner did have the king. Grace has got her hand up.
John adds, they may run diamonds and dump 2 clubs in dummy.
Well, yeah, that is another possibility, isn't it? If they have ace, queen, jack 5 times or something like that, it's going to smother that queen of diamonds for us, so that wouldn't be quite so pretty. So at any rate, they pitch a diamond, and off the battle continues. So now we're going back to north-south. North-south, here we go again. And Howard, you earlier said didn't want to play trumps, and so one trump is gone now. So it's no longer 4-4 with 5 out against us. Now it's 4-4 with 4 against us. And we know that there was a club bidder over in the east, so they've got a 5-card suit or longer in the clubs. So now, what do we want to do here?
West took the last trick, didn't he?
Let's see. This trick is... Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. They did take that with the
North,
king.
Chris could have trumped it instead of...
So, okay, so they're looking at the dummy. I'm going to go west and south here. Grace, yes?
Bernice has a good question. She asks, should we play trump right away?
We'll get to that. I thank you. We will get to that, Bernice. I probably would, yes. Okay, so at any rate, now it's over to West, who just won the King of Clubs. Thank you for catching that, Howard. And so the you can lead the heart, and yeah, that kind of has some appeal to it, doesn't it? My partner roughed one of them. Yeah, let's see what their medal is by playing a heart. Okay, and north.
First
is,
of all, it's West play.
that's it. And
Yeah, West is going to play a heart because East has already roughed a heart.
That's just what I
So
said.
West
If I
thinking,
said
okay,
it wrong,
can you rough
I
another
said
heart?
a heart has been led and 8 of hearts is out. So if I said East, I meant to say West had led the 8, but another heart is led for that exact same reason. So north and south, let's take a look at your cards again. And you go, oh my. Okay, so they roughed one of mine, and here we go again. I know this tune, so do I, what do I play here?
Well, it would have been better to rough the last trick, but as it is, I'd say you'd have to play the Jack of Spades because you don't have any loser to throw away.
Well, but then you're saying is that the queen is being held by West. If the queen, now you're making that decision, you had to make it sooner or later, Howard. If you're saying, I'm not going to play the ace, because if you think the queen is held by East, you should go up with the ace and then finesse with the Jack. So
Yeah, that's right.
could be a queen doubleton. We don't know. But this is what we talk about in overruff, uppercut, or as Howard said, and I'm going to let him correct me on that, Trump promotion. I've never heard it called that, but that's a third thing to call it. To me, Trump promotion is in a different context, but yes, that is what some people call it, although mostly it's called uppercuts or overruffs. So, at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and show all the hands here because this is kind of tough. And Howard, you've been a really good sport on this, but here was the lay of the cards. So in this case is that, yeah, if you don't go up with the ace, they are going to get another trick on it. So, and they do have 4 tricks already. So you really don't want to lose a diamond, and yet it looks like it's kind of a tough hand. So if you were to go up with the ace, then obviously they're going to just pitch something. And then if you played the Jack and think, well, I think the spade might be there, you are going to indeed be able to, because of the beauty of this 10, 9, 8 in the south, you're going to be a lucky duck. But, this hand was not easy at all, and I just want to go ahead and take a look at all 4 of the hands and see one way to do it. Okay, so ace of hearts, and they signal low, and you think, well, damn it. The ace of clubs, and they signal, I'm going to show all 4 hands, excuse me. I thought I had all 4.
At this point, I think the 5 is not an attitude signal. When you play the ace on the first trick and the king comes down in the dummy,
I think suit preference is good if they understand that.
That's
yes.
correct. In my opinion, you can't show attitude because you think that your partner is not going to continue and give up a trick to the king that you see in the dummy. Therefore, I'd say 5 is asking for the lower suit.
Good. I'm with you because the dummy does show winners. Okay, so the ace has been played, and there goes to the king, and it's roughed in. It was a singleton, so okay. So at this point, a 6-4-2-1 suit there, and so yeah, if you say, well, you don't know which person to play on this repeated finesse, but you say, well, this person bid, the other person didn't, I don't know. They've got 5, 6 clubs. They got a lot of them because we have hardly any. They got a 10-card suit between them, so I just don't know. But if you happen to guess it the right way, then you can go ahead and go to the 10, then play your king. And okay, so now you're going to say, let's do the diamond thing. I would personally maybe think about ducking once, but since you only have 1 trump left, I get that. So, but if you're assuming that they're 3-3, but why don't you play your hearts first here? They can't do anything to you in the heart suit, and so don't get where they play a club and then okay, you got to rough it, and now so don't do the diamonds first. Do your hearts first, and that is safe. So at any rate, they did the diamond and then the heart across. Thank you. Okay, and then I guess kind of unblocking here, another heart and a diamond back, and Okay, nothing was going to fall there, so they come there, and you get your king.
Well, why do that? Why not pitch a diamond loser on the king of hearts instead of going back to your hand with a diamond?
Okay, so we're going to go back a couple tricks. So we've won the king of diamonds. Go ahead.
No, why you play the 5 of diamonds from dummy instead of playing the king of hearts? Play the king of hearts from dummy.
That's what I'm saying. I would play it different. That's the point I made a couple times, is play your hearts first, of course. Yes, Grace?
John says need jack of hearts in north for transport, so do diamond first?
Yeah, if you thought that was a better line of play, was to promote that hand, but you can see that you've looking at both hands is that you're going to have a diamond loser, even if it's like a singleton queen or something like that. It's going to be kind of unlikely, but it could be a singleton queen, I guess, by East. So I hear what you're saying if you thought that was another possibility, but I think most of us would play all the hearts first and then do the diamond thing and make 10 tricks. So it is possible to make 10 tricks, and I think Howard's line of play there, I'm okay with most of what he said, but I would do my trump play first of all. And whenever I do this, when I've got 4-4, I do always have in the back of my mind is it going to be a 4-4-4-1? And here's one of the things I personally use. I don't think I've ever read this anywhere, but when I start to see a lot of singletons, if there was another singleton somewhere, I'd say, yeah, those are the ones I worry more. Let's say I had another singleton in the south hand in the diamond suit or something like that. I do start to worry more when it's that type of a shape where it's just, I've seen more times where it's 4-4 against me, and you have to kind of take a look at your values and think about whether or not do you want to do a cross rough strategy versus just pump out those. Now obviously if you have a suit you can promote, if like you had the jack of diamonds over here, you saw the hand that I had yesterday, I guess it was a hand where it was ace king jack 10 actually, and I went with the finesse there. It held. Some people, the pros, will be reticent where they've got queen third and they're going to wait till later to see if they can disrupt your transportation. But I was able to get a top board by having extra tricks. So there's a lot of different things that, as we talk about, is that bids, come on, you can do it, and plays. And one kind of you learn from the other. So as you get to be a better bidder, then that helps your play. And as you get better in play, you know what other people's bids are, how to best not just be a declarer, which is great, but later on the defender is Howard is saying, and the people, the Eddie Cantors of the world who write all the books on defender play, you get to be better at those things. So continue to work on your bidding and your plays, and especially the defender play, which can be difficult. I didn't try to have too many of them difficult, but when you get these things, as we saw on the first hand, as you'll recall, where here's one. Where especially if it's in no trump and you have a hand where you have broken sequences twice and you see this kind of thing around, is that you kind of have to be a little bit careful, or if they don't go up with the ace, even though you got a singleton in the north hand, you have to be a little bit careful or you're going to give away some extra tricks. And so those are the things that just, once you start playing more, you'll start to have a better sense. And hey, sometimes if you don't want to pay for a lesson, you learn from the opponents and see what they did very well. Grace, did you have something?
It's getting about that time.
It is. So I think there may have been some things. Howard, you've been great here. Let's give him a big... Nailed it, Howard. You did great today. Thank you so much for participating.
Well, thank you.
You betcha. And anybody else have anything? I think we're actually, right on time here. How about
we
that?
Are.
Woo-hoo. So let's see. Next week on Wednesday, I guess we'll do our traditional thing. I'm trying to think what I had coming up for next week. By the way, this is part 1 of negative doubles. I didn't really speak about the openers, rebids, the responses to negative doubles. We saw some of them here for sure, but there is more in store. So we're just kind of getting warmed up. And Grace, you want to come on over as we sign out? I think we are all got. Great job on the narration, by the way, today over on your side.
Thank you, and Patty and John, we always thank you for your nice feedback.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we're going to continue with this format, and if any of you have input on a better time rather than 1 o'clock on the left coast,
Yeah.
let us know. But so far, we think that's probably working out for Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So we're going to continue with that, and I'm sure I'm going to have some extras in store. And like I say, we're going to probably start doing some of the polling you I have in our email server, where I can ask questions and people can respond to it. I'm also looking into having responses on polls in real time, which obviously you can't do in email very well, but where you use this device. Use your cell phone, and you call in a 5-digit number, and what do you want to bid, or what suit do you want to play, and people can have polls, and I can put them right on the screen. So I like the idea of increasing the interactivity, but for now, just having it for your comments there. Thank you for all of your chat comments, and Grace, you've been doing a wonderful job keeping up with them. So
just to remind everybody that on Wednesday you need to be here live or within about a 4-hour time frame before.
Oh no, that does not apply to them at all. These are real members.
Oh, you are
here.
right on that.
They are the real deal.
Well,
so,
yeah, they can always watch it.
Yeah, so
you guys are special.
And it normally by the Friday show for the week, I will have the edited. So this is always available for you all, just at the link you had. If you want to go to YouTube and watch them there, but I may cut off some of the fluff for the first 10 minutes or whatever before we get started. I cut and edit some of the things out. And if I screw up, if I make a mistake, I may cut that out. But anyway, so thank you all for attending. Howard, once again, glad to have you here, and I hope you have a good weekend, and everybody else too.
Thank you.
She says noon your time would be perfect, but of course the majority rule.
Yeah, here's the thing is once everybody gets back to their routine playing bridge at their duplicate places at noon, then I guess they can watch it later on those days if they can't make it, but there's always going to be trade-offs. But I have thought about the fact is that if we did start earlier, I could probably pick up more people in the Europe, and so we'll continue to work on that. Maybe do some different things, different days. Maybe I'll throw in a Monday here and then on a morning or something like that, and get the week started off right. So, as always, happy trails to you until we meet again.
Happy trails. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go ride the bikes. So until we see you on Wednesday, we'll be pedaling.
That's right. So pray for us out on our bike ride. Now we're kind of have some trails there that's kind of out and about. So yeah, we'll have to show you that sometime, as we have bike helmets with intercoms where we can talk to one another, like, hey, look out for the dog or whatever, or the chuck hole in the road. So that is nice, as well as we have actually radar units on the back of our bicycles. So if somebody's behind us, we see when they're approaching. So
everything to be safe, Bernice, always. He knows he's safety first guy.
Wear yellow clothes and have the gloves on, everything. There was one morning, I'll just kind of finish a little bit off if you need to go, fine. But we were at, where was that? By Bryce, was it?
Oh, when it was so cold?
And it was like cold in the morning. It was like, it was in the 20s at night, and you couldn't run the generators in a national campground. And so we got up, and man, fortunately there was some sun out, but when you're in the trees, you don't see it. But it borders to Dixie National Park. So we're going to go about 10, 15 miles out to Dixie National Park. And Grace, I think you should have some full gloves on. No, I've got my, ones with the fingerless, and we got out about a mile, and what happened?
It was well. Thank God he actually brought some for me because I was like, I'm okay. that ride I ended up not with chapped lips but a chapped face. It was cold, but it was beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
it was a good day. So we're blessed that the summer is coming towards us, and go out and enjoy a good day, and we'll see you again next Wednesday. So peace out. Bye
Happy
for now.
trails. Bye bye.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.